It must be by his death, and for my part, I know no personal cause to spurn at him, but for the general. He would be crowned. How that might change his nature, there's the question. Is the bright day that brings forth the adder, and that craves weary walking? Crown him, that, and then I grant we put a sting in him, that at his will he may do danger with. The abuse of greatness is, when it disjoins remorse from power, and, to speak truth of Caesar, I have not known when his affections swayed more than his reason. But 'tis a common proof that lowliness is young ambition's ladder, whereto the climber upward turns his face, but when he once attains the utmost round. And then unto the ladder he turns his back, looks in the clouds, scorning the base degrees by which he did ascend. So Caesar may. Then lest he may prevent. And since the quarrel will bear no colour for the thing he is, fashion it thus, that what he is augmented would run to these and these extremities, and therefore think him as a serpent's egg which hatched would as his kind grow mischievous, and kill him in the shell. No, not an oath, if not the face of men, the sufferance of our souls, the time's abuse. If these be motives weak, break off betimes, and every man hence to his idle bed, so that high-sided tyranny range on, till each man drop by lottery. But if these, as I am sure they do, bear fire enough to kindle cowards, and distill with valour the melting spirits of women, then, countrymen, what need we any spur but our own cause, to prick us redress? What are the bond and secret Romans that have spoke the word and will not palter? And what other oath than honesty to honesty engaged, that with this shall be, or we will fall for it? Swear, priests and cowards and men cautious, old feeble carrions and such suffering souls that welcome wrongs. Unto bad causes swear such creatures as men doubt, but do not stain the even virtue of our enterprise, nor the insuppressive metal of our spirits, to think that, or our cause, or our performance, did need an oath, when every drop of blood that every Roman bears and nobly bears is guilty of a several bastardy, if he do break the smallest particle of any promise that hath passed from him. Be patient to the last. Romans, countrymen, and lovers, hear me for my cause, and be silent, that you may hear. Believe me for mine honour, and have respect to mine honour, that you may believe. Censure me in your wisdom, and awake your senses, that you may be the better judge. If there be any in this assembly, any dear friend of Caesar's, I say to him that Brutus's love to Caesar was no less than his. Then if that friend demand why Brutus rose against Caesar, this is my answer. Not that I love Caesar less, but I loved Rome more. Had you rather Caesar were living and die all slaves, than that Caesar were dead to live all free men? As Caesar loved me, I weep for him. As he was fortunate, I rejoice at it. As he was valiant, I honour him. But as he was ambitious, I slew him. There is tear for his love, joy for his fortune, honour for his valour, and death for his ambition. Who is here so base that would be a bondman? If any, speak, for him I have offended. Who is here so rude that would not be a Roman? If any, speak, for him I have offended. Who is here so vile that will not love his country? If any, speak, for him I have offended. I pause for a reply. Then none have I offended. I have done no more to Caesar than you would do to Brutus. The question of his death is enrolled in the Capitol, his glory not extenuated, wherein he was worthy, nor his offences enforced, for which he suffered death. Here comes his body, mourned by Mark Antony, who, though he had no hand in his death, shall receive the benefit of his dying, a place in the commonwealth. As which of you shall not? With this I depart, that as I slew my best friend for the good of Rome, I have the same dagger for myself, when it shall please my country to need my death.